Bullish or bearish? All right, this is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil. We keep technical analysis short and sweet, always starting with the Bitcoin, and we want to see if it will break this downward trend line. If we can break this downward trend line and close over this high right here, we can expect a little bit more of a consolidation and continuation upwards. However, if we get rejected, we could see it push down to the 618. I am more of a consolidation kind of thinking with Bitcoin. Moving right on over to XRP. XRP, we've been talking about it. I've been saying to buy since it was at 50 cents. Here we are at $3.50. This is a very important all-time high for 2025 to be holding above that 3.4 roughly area. However, it is trying to get away from the 200 EMA. We would like to see it get close to that so it can pull back and shoot off way higher than what it is currently. However, we may see some consolidation within this area. We see that as soon as it broke over this downward trend line, we had that pop up to around 3.65. It's trying to create a new high. We can expect this to either consolidate, waiting for the 200 EMA to get a little bit closer, or something similar to this. As long as we hold above the 3.39, we are looking good. Just keep in mind there's always market manipulation, but XRP is going to be a big one. If you have not entered yet, just buying it up right now is not a bad idea either. I told you previously in the weeks that if we break above this 2.3 area, we will most likely never see the $1.73, $1.92 anytime ever again. So here we are at 340, and this is about to take off as this is in price discovery. So pretty much sky is the limit from here. Moving on over to XLM, where it was doing some consolidation here as well. Similar kind of pattern I'm looking to try and see, but it is breaking the line that I typically get out on. We are getting a little bit of a wick off. I am already out of XLM, so I'm not really worried about it breaking this downward or this upward trend line. We could see some consolidation testing this. If that does not hold, we may see a retracement testing off the 200 EMA somewhere in this area. However, we can expect that once that touches, if it does, or if it holds and breaks back up over this, we'll be heading back up towards the 51 cent mark. Very good utility. XLM tends to pump when XRP pumps, so that's always something to keep in mind. Moving on over to XYO. It had its major push, the 31%, like we talked about, some consolidation, bringing that 200 EMA closer. We are within this rough fair value gap, consolidating, and it actually touched exactly where we had talked about. We are currently underneath 2 cents at 0.1151, and the 618 retracement is around 0.16. However, it has a very strong all-time high, and filling out this cup and handle pattern, its all-time high is all the way up here at 7 cents, I believe, on this chart at least, not on other charts. I believe it has a very strong higher all-time high, but XYO is definitely more of a swing trade, along with Compound and Tornado. Compound has been pushing upwards since it broke over the 200 EMA in this downward trend line at $47, currently all the way back at 50. However, the next stop when this 200 EMA starts pushing it upwards, as we see we had this consolidation area before a major pump. With the pressure of the 200 EMA and the volume, we can start seeing this push back up towards 61, but definitely more of a swing trade. Moving over to Tornado, BNT and DNT. Tornado is just trying to break out of this $11 mark, and you see it's just getting a lot of pressure pushing it upwards, so we can expect a break sometime soon, but this has been since May to July in consolidation with a lot of pressure building up, and whenever it does, you can see that it has a major push upwards. This is the 200 EMA whenever it had the consolidation from roughly November till November 17th, push up, more consolidation till the end of the month, and then a major push up. However, its all-time high is over $400, currently at 10. It is not a bad time to buy for Tornado. BNT did exactly as we expected, pushing up towards this dotted red line at 80 cents. We want to see it hold above the 76, maybe get some consolidation, bringing that 200 EMA closer. This is the 4-hour. However, looking at the daily, zooming out in the big picture, 77 cents, and its all-time high, I believe, is $20. So not a bad time to be buying BNT. None of this is financial advice. It's just a little bit of education so you guys can kind of see how the market moves and the way that things are flowing. And then DNT, definitely more of a swing trade, but has broke over its black downward trend line, tested as support, and is now up around the almost 3-cent area. That was pushed up from the 2-cent, so definitely a major increase. However, it does have a very long way to go. 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents, I believe, is the high. So for every 2 cents a quarter is not a bad risk to reward ratio. And then finally, XCN. XCN is doing its consolidation phase. It is pretty much playing its part, building up into this cup and handle, pushing over to the side. This is usually what happens when it has that major push up and does not have a major reduction in price. It consolidates, bringing that 200 EMA closer, getting ready to take off in the long run. It's got a very long way to go. It's at a penny, all-time high at 18 cents. So if you got a penny and you want to turn it into 18 cents, XCN is definitely the go-to for that. And it's holding above the 200 EMA, volumes picking up, and we can't see it now, but we'll pull in the relative strength index and see where that's at. And the relative strength index is trying to keep it steady and nice and healthy right here around the 50 before its major push upwards, up towards the near 3-cent mark, and then finishing out the cup and handle, getting up at a 200% increase at the 4-cent mark before ultimately taking off with the rest of the market. That's it for today. All references in the links below. Grass token, free airdrop money, MEXC, lowest trading fee platform where you can buy and sell Tornado Cash, and all the other references below. Good luck. Have fun with it. I will see you on the next one.